Yeah. Through the smoke. Yo, what's going on, guys? Todah here. Welcome back to the channel. We're still on stream looking at old videos and shit. But there was this only says 2 years ago, but it really was 3 years ago. I don't even like I was 18. I think I was 18 years old when I made this channel. 2019. Yeah, this was not 2 years ago. What the fuck? Why does it say 2 years? That's kind of weird. Anyway, I made this one video on this channel. Like, I used to go by Reg, okay? Reg was one of my, I think I was Reg probably the longest out of any gamer tag, to be honest. I made Reg when I was in like 6th grade, I think. I was like, but I'd call myself under Call of Duty teams and shit. But eventually I brought that name back, just like I did for Todah. Reg, we brought back like right after I graduated high school. So 2019 is senior year for me of high school. But I didn't start posting this till later. So that makes more sense. I started posting on this channel a little bit after I made it the channel. I was living in this apartment with 2 of my friends. One of them was my producer, and he's still one of my best friends to this day. And then another guy, I'm not gonna say his name. We don't really talk anymore, but he was a member of our team. Like, he was a musician, and Rue was the collective. I have that shit tatted on my chest. Rue, baby. This was like my first like real go at, I was making hella Call of Duty teams, but I wanted to make a collective, right? This collective in my mind was like, I want this collective to be a group of my friends where we can focus on really everything that I'm passionate about, which was really music, gaming, fashion, art, and skateboarding. Those were like the 5 things that I felt like made me, and like 5 things that I felt like impacted my generation the hardest and impacted my childhood the hardest. So I wanted to be like the first to like make a collective that focused on all of these things simultaneously and have them like mesh with each other beautifully. Like, in my mind, I would picture like a skate-tage, and like the skaters are sponsored by Rue, right? And the skateboards they're riding on are designed by the artist in Rue, and the clothes that they're wearing are designed by the fashion artist in Rue. Maybe it's Rue merch or whatever. And then the music in the fucking skate-tage was Rue music made by people in Rue. But yeah, plus gaming I guess didn't really work into that, but you get my point. They can mesh together really well if you wanted them to. So that was my goal for most of high school. I mean, really up until recently, I was trying to make this team a reality. I kind of stopped working on Rue. Not really. It's a long ass fucking story. Yeah, this video I made moving into the first Rue apartment, okay? It was just 2 people. Our other roommate, not the producer friend, but the other musician, he had a best friend that was also crashing on our couch and shit from time to time. He had a girlfriend living with us, and it was like, yeah, it was a long ass fucking story, but we weren't happy here. Months after this video, I think I refer in this video to saying like, we're about to move to Chicago or whatever. So me and my producer, I wanted to take him and move us to Chicago to get away from this whole fucking disaster of an apartment. It was a disaster. I titled this video feeling everything but feeling nothing. I was like super focused on trying to make my channel artsy and shit. Like, I had this guy, like, I spent so much money on this. This guy illustrated this picture of me, and then like this banner, pretty tight, whatever. But yeah, let's show you this video. My old intro, bro. Reg.
It's been too long, dude. I have not felt on track for like months now, and there's like so much I want to do, and I know like what I need to do, but when it comes to executing, it gets like way too fucking overwhelming, and I just have like really fucking like high standards for myself, and I feel like I need everything to be perfect and make sense in my head before I even like fucking like try to execute it, which is my biggest downfall and has been for years. Like, I started Rue in December.
Bro, look at my room. This was the year after high school. I was watching Scream. This is Scream on TV. We got the Michael Jackson record, the Thriller record. You can't see it because my face cam. I had the action figures on the wall. This was my chameleon cage. I had a chameleon. I called him Zim, so I put a Zim poster over it. I have a fucking Harris Teeter shopping cart in my room, carrying art supplies and like herbs.
2017. Yeah, I have not posted a video.
Hitting my bong in the room. Interesting era for me.
Try to execute it, which is my biggest downfall and has been for years. Like, I started Rue in December of 2017. Yeah, I have not posted a video on the fucking Rue YouTube channel, and I've barely posted anything on the Rue Instagram. Like, on the outside, it probably seems like there's been no progress at all, or barely any for that matter. But like on the inside, it took years to find members that I felt comfortable enough to even begin making content with. Because it took forever to find members that were genuinely in this forever.
That was real as fuck, low key. I've been trying to do this since 3rd grade. Find people to make a collective or a team, gaming team, anything. Like, if I had a friend that made music with me and I like making music with them, like, dude, make a fucking collective with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, any chance I had with someone that I felt could understand my dream, you know what I mean? I was looking for that everywhere. You know what I mean? I feel like it low key kind of fucked up my head when it came to making friends and shit. Like, cause I kind of only accepted, like, or only accepted people that I felt like had a similar dream to mine and wanted to work together on some serious shit. I don't know. I wasn't like, I was friendly with everyone, but like I didn't give anyone the time of day unless you were like on some Rue shit. Yeah, like it took me forever to find anyone that I felt comfortable making videos and shit with. I had, I think, like a few different groups before this group in Rue that I moved in with or whatever. Or Rue had multiple different eras. I started, like, I came up with the name Rue in 2017, which was sophomore year of high school. Rue has always been a thing in my head since 3rd grade. You know what I mean? But I didn't start Rue, the collective, until 2017. Over all the years, we probably had like 50 fucking members in it, and there's none to this day besides me.
And Rue is a forever thing. I didn't really want to start this until I had that, because I want the best for this brand. Like, I don't want to look back at content I made with people that weren't truly in this. Like, I need people to take us seriously and know that this is our lives and not just some fucking side thing, which is extremely hard to find in a teenager in Raleigh, North Carolina, especially being at a fucking college preparatory high school where everyone is expected to go to college, not chase some dream with fucking Regis online. But I did find it in a few people. Like, and those people make me feel like all that waiting was worth it, or at least like it wasn't for nothing. And don't get me wrong, like I wanted to post and just let this turn into whatever it turns into. And I still think about that today, but there is this feeling I needed to trust, this voice like I needed to listen to. And it told me that the wait was necessary.
Fuck, this is actually making me feel really like nostalgic and kind of emotional. I was like, I just remind myself what I was about to say. Since I had so many groups in Rue before, like I felt like the very first group of people was like friends that I met like partying and shit in high school. I got into partying when I was like 15. I was going out, sneaking out and shit all the time. And I met these guys, and one of them was a skater. I was like, finally I have another fucking skater friend. And then another one was just, they were both just funny. They were best friends, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, we're recruiting these guys. I went on vacation. I had started Rue, I guess, with my best friend LJ, right? And he was my best friend in high school, so he was the only one I'd ever talked to about my dream or whatever with making a gaming team and music collective and all that shit. I shared all that with him because he was really my best friend. He loved that dream, and he was the first person that I met that like really wanted to start shit with me. And I don't know, I trusted him a lot, and I made him like a co-founder or whatever. I went on vacation, I'd come back, and he recruited another kid. Not recruited officially, but like he was introduced to this vlogger kid, like around, he was a little bit older than us, but he like made like vlogs and shit at like car shows and stuff. I don't know, he was into cars and wanted to make content, and he's also really funny, and he got along with us really well. So it was just like us 5, the best friends, and then me and my best friend, and then the vlogger guy. We just kind of became this one group. And I was like, I really did not want to start recording content, because although we did get along and shit, all we really did was sit around the house and smoke weed, and like it wasn't like we were doing fun shit, but it wasn't like stuff that we wanted to post on the internet. Like no one wanted to post like us partying on the internet. I kind of did, but like I knew we would get in trouble for it. I don't know, I just, something in my body was like, I don't know if we should make content yet. I think this needs a little more time. We need to have more of a plan, figure out, you know, what we want to post, because there is this like brand image in my head that I want to have for Rue, and I don't want these guys to like fuck it up. This is how I'm introducing Rue to the world, so I don't want anyone to fuck it up. I want it to be perfect. I had this like, I didn't make content with the first like 2 groups of Rue. Like I waited years before I was ready to make content with people. In reality, I never was. I never found that group. There was eras where I would get frustrated and kind of isolate myself a little bit and sit down and make my own content like this, and I let all that out in these types of videos.
But yeah, it was a pretty discouraging thing to have people part of Rue.
Look at this fucking fit, bro. I used to dress so different. I had a little emo phase, y'all. I was making pop punk music in this time. Look at my friend. This dude was wearing cat ears all the time. He wasn't like a furry or nothing. It's just Max, bro. It's just Max. My old whip, dude. My 1998 4Runner. This was the old skate park, bro. Still there after the years. Dude, I still have these stencils. I go out every once in a while and...
Yeah, dude, I'm moving to Chicago.
Bro, I miss making content like this, though. Let me know if you guys actually want me to bring back, like, this kind of style of content. Like, what I would do is I would literally just write up all my emotions into like a doc. And then I would, like, do a voiceover, obviously, like, with the stuff that I had written down. Sometimes I would riff off of what I had wrote. It's not all, like, just me saying word for word what I wrote. But, like, I would, like, have some of the clips in the video, like, merge into my commentary over top of it.
Is moving into my parents' new house in Chicago, with hopefully Clancy and Blank Face. But my parents gave us this opportunity to come to a new city, have cheaper rent so that we can actually like fucking save our money.
I was working at a daycare during this era, and like I loved working at the daycare. Like I was one of the only I was the only straight male teacher. And I was like 18 years old. So it was like I was the young fun guy teacher, and it was like I definitely felt like a great impact on those kids, and it was a great job. I loved that job, but I did not make much money at all, dude. I was broke as fuck, and I was like the master bedroom in the apartment, and so I was paying the most rent, and I just like obviously I was smoking weed in this video, so obviously I had money for drugs, but I didn't have money for food. What? Yeah, dude, you can steal food, but you can't steal weed. So
but yeah, moving away is just one of the ways
the
I'm
cut
starting to realize what relationships I have that are real and which ones are fake, which has caused like both clarity and anxiety, like both strength and sorrow. I really do.
Bro, one thing I don't like about the way I used to record videos, though, like, I mean, I think I try to be too crafty with my words. I said both strength and sorrow. That shit made me cringe a little bit, bro. Look how big that shit is.
I work at a daycare, and I'm actually like a full-time teacher right now. I watch like 3 to 4 year olds. This job is really only fulfilling like when you see like the impact you make on the kids. But it's funny because the kids are so unpredictable, especially at the
Bro, those kids were unpredictable as fuck. Like, there was this one time that a 4-year-old punched me in the eyeball. That shit hurt so bad, dude. And it's like one of those, like, if you get hit straight in the eyeball, tears are gonna come out of your eyeball. I just remember this kid punched me in my eyeball, and then he was like, oh my gosh, Mr. Mills is crying. And like, all the kids were making fun of me, laughing at me, pointing at me. And I'm just sitting there like, for real, like injured. Like, I actually couldn't see out of this eye, and I thought I was blind. So I was like low-key freaking the fuck out, like in my mind. And all these kids are pointing at me, and I just have to like man up and like be like, find a fucking teacher to look over the class so I can like check my shit out.
yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I really do appreciate you guys for watching this whole video. Like, it really does mean a lot to me. So
A Splitgate, the old cutie gamer tag. Oh my god.
Oh my.
Do you hear that kid? That little kid's voice? There was a kid named Duck. There was a kid in Rue named Duck. This kid was like, dude, I think he was like 9. Like, he was the youngest kid in Rue. Like, back in the day, I feel like it was a lot more normal to like have little kids part of gaming teams. Like, I feel like nowadays people like could probably look at it like as weird. Like, I'm 22 now. Like, I probably wouldn't play a game with like a 9-year-old kid anymore. But like, I was like 18 in this, so technically I still was an adult. But this kid was just like, I met him on Fortnite, all right? And he was insane at Fortnite. I was like, dude, I have to recruit this kid to Rue as a Fortnite competitor. And then just like any FPS game we got on, this kid was destroying. So I was like, I need this kid to be like a little prodigy here. So we just made hella videos together, but that's crazy. Shout out Rue Duck, bro. I wonder how he's doing nowadays. I wonder how old he is now. Nasty no scope. Ugh. Damn, the old Rue intro. Bro, this intro was made by FaZe Unchained. If you guys know that name, then you're probably an OG. Because back in the day, FaZe Clan had an editor. Their best editor, Unchained. Insane editor. One of the most iconic editors in the Call of Duty community ever. Back in the day, he used to like do $30 intros for people. So you just PayPal him $30 and he'd send you back a logo. Send him $30 in a logo and he'll send you back this shit. And yeah, he made this shit. And I was like, I'm working with FaZe Clan. Like, I thought I was the shit. But yeah, man, this era, man, was different, bro. I don't know. After watching that, all I gotta say is, like, I'm very thankful that I was able to find a way to make things work. Because, like, I genuinely, like, this was probably the most depressed time of my life. And it honestly was kind of a lot to make that video. Like, to admit those things on camera, like, that I was stealing food. Like, I'm not proud of that shit. Like, I was really fucking ashamed of that shit, dude. I'm just thankful I made some money, and now I can fucking chase this dream and shit. And I mean, you can do it without money. I'm not saying you have to like find money or get money to like follow your dreams, but making money helps a lot with your dreams. The younger version of myself would be killing me if I heard me saying this right now. But like, honestly, bro, when I was younger, I was like, fuck school. I don't need school to do what I want to do, which is true. I became a barber. I could have just went to barber school in high school and started cutting hair earlier. I didn't apply to any colleges. I went to a private Catholic school. Both my sisters went to college. My family was expecting me to go to college. I didn't. I told them I wanted to chase this dream with music and content creation and shit. And I moved into an apartment with my friends. It didn't work. And I moved in with them. And I brought my best friend. And we made music in their basement for, I don't know, half a year. And it was great. It was actually a great time. But it was like I brought my friend to live with my parents. All right. Okay. I feel like a good way to end off this video explaining to you guys what like Rue, this logo right here on my banner. The word Rue means regret. All right. It means to bitterly regret. In French, it also means street. Okay. I thought that was clean ass 3-letter word that had like an edgy sort of meaning to it. It looked kind of edgy, and also it kind of represents street. And I was trying to make streetwear at the time. And I was like skateboarding a lot, and I was doing street art. So it was like the word just made it. It was like the perfect word, right? But I've been trying to create Rue my whole life.